on, everybody? This is Andy with Duncanville Bookstore. I just wanted to sit here and pop in, if I can actually pull this up and find where we're at. Just wanted to pop in and say hi. It's been a while since I've seen everybody. We also are going to be doing an unboxing video for you guys here in just a second. Bear with me. Let me pull this up. And we'll also give a chance for some people to join us. Let's see if this is any better. Yeah, there you go. There I am. What do you know? It actually works. All right, it is. Now I can see, hopefully see your comments. Okay. All right, it seems like the feed's a little choppy. We're doing this kind of on the fly, but hopefully you guys are tuning in. You can hear what we're saying and things like that. So we always, I'm sure a lot of people have seen all the videos about, or all the things that we've saying about always buying and things like that. That is no lie. We are generally buying something every day, it seems like. Like I said, forgive us about the choppy feed. Sometimes it's the router, sometimes if it goes live, if it cuts out, if we can't get a good feed, then we'll try this again in a minute. Hang with us, guys. And we'll see what we can do. So it's been our policy to always be buying. We always have over the years. We've had a good reputation about buying and stuff like that. So what we did today is we had a gentleman come in and he had a short box of books that he wanted to sell us. The way the process works, whether you're in the area or not, if you're in the area, you can pop in. We work 7 days a week. We buy 7 days a week. We have a pretty healthy buying budget. You can contact us through Facebook. You can contact us through Instagram or anything else, any platform that we have. Say you have a collection, you can schedule a time to come in, or if you're just in the area, you can stop in. If you're outside of the area, you can contact us, and if it's a big enough collection, we'll come to you and we'll take a look and see what you got. But this gentleman decided he was going to come in. We had never seen him before. Super nice guy. We got to sit and talk about comics a little bit. Turns out he actually has 4 more long boxes that we're hopefully going to have a chance to get. But he had a short box and it was really cool. So whenever I got in to look at the stuff and whatnot, he had a couple of big books, but that had been all that we had pulled out of the box before I got there. And going through the box, it's a very eclectic mix of books. It's got some modern books, got some signed books, got some older books, got some big books, high dollar books. So what I wanted to do, and what we're going to start doing more often, is go through and do unboxing videos for you guys. We're going to show you before they go on sale what we got, and then we're going to tell, when we're done, we're going to tell you on what you're going to be able, where you're going to be able to buy it, whether this is store stock, convention stock, Facebook Live videos. We're going to start doing Instagram videos, and Quincy starts the Whatnot videos coming up in next week. But more on that in just a bit. So let's go through. Let's see what all is here. Let me make sure that I can look and read comments if people are making comments. Feel free to, at any time, if you have a question about something or you want to make a comment, you are more than welcome to do that. We'll do our best. We've got 2 or 3 different people in here watching, so if I miss it, they'll let me know. So, all right, let's go ahead and start looking at books. We'll get the camera off of me, thank goodness, and start paying attention to what we bought. So, all right. And this is literally, we have done nothing. I pulled out some of the bigger books. We'll show those later. But this is just a selection of what we've got. So this is Batman 491. That's the beginning of the Bane taking over and breaking Batman's bat. You got Azrael Ash. You've got the trade paperback for Batman's Sword of Azrael, which is a great story, by the way, if you haven't ever read it. You got Batman 497, which is the issue. It's a first print, has the half cover on the front. That is the issue where Bane breaks the Batman. You've got the variant cover for Captain America, Rob Liefeld's Captain America. Here is the first of one of the cooler books. This is The Crow, Volume 3, Death, by James Obar, and it's signed, if you look right down there underneath the name, it is signed by Mr. Obar in 1994. You've also got The Crow, a trade paperback that collects all 4 issues, plus I believe a few other stories. It is also signed by Mr. Obar, which is super cool. He is in 94, I don't think he was living in the area, so it was actually, somebody actually had to go, either that or he came into town for a convention. You got a low-grade copy of Captain Marvel #2, Cyberforce #1, and we can all sit there and say we've got the guilty pleasure of digging the early Image stuff. Death Dealer #1. You've got Deathmate Red, but this is the gold variant cover. The red has red along the border. This one's got gold. You've got a bunch of Evil Ernie books. You got Evil Ernie Revenge #1, Straight to Hell #3 and #2. Straight to Hell #1. This is the fold-out cover where he's laying in the coffin. You got the Evil Ernie trade paperback. Evil Ernie, I believe this is the one where he kills everybody. Evil Ernie Youth Gone Wild Director's Cut. That's one of the harder ones to find. You got a Gen 13 Zero. You've got a Gambit #1 from the first miniseries. It is signed by Howard Mackey and Lee Weeks. It's got the certificate on the back. You got FF #1, that's the Jim Lee FF1. You got the variant cover to FF1. You got Extreme Zero, I believe this is the variant. It's got the silver top to it. You got the Extreme Super Tour that they did in January of 1995. Signed by 4 different people, including Stephen Platt. That's the first. That's the top. With all the signatures. That's the COA. Alright. Put these down before they fall. Alright, you got Gen 13. This is the Wizard World Half Edition. I'm sure somebody will correct me if I'm wrong. I think that is the first Wizard Half Edition that came out. You got a Gen 13 and #1 signed by Jim Lee, and I believe it's Brendan Cho. So that's the Jim Lee signature that I know. I believe that is Brendan's. You got the Gen 13 #1. That's the Campbell cover. You've got the blank. People remember they came out with 13 different covers. You got the Paper Doll cover. You got the Barbarian cover. You got one of the other covers. I don't remember. They all had names. It all dealt with Gen 13 in it. This is Gen 13 #2. Couple of copies of #3. When they restarted it, they did another Gen 13 Campbell cover. This is Gen 13 #4. Alright, now you're getting into, this is Harbinger Zero. And it is signed. I'll have to look up the signature, but it is signed. You got Harbinger 2. The early Valiants before the Unity are always hard to find, and Harbinger is one of the hardest. You got Magnus Robot Fighter #5. It gives you a flip book with a Raw 1. Magnus Robot Fighter #1. And normally whenever we buy collections and there's Valiant in it, we're like, that brings down the value. But this was early Valiant. There's a difference. So Magnus Robot Fighter 0. This is the Iron Man #1 when they did the Heroes Reborn. Couple couple more Harbingers and Magnus Robot Fighters. Don't think y'all would be that interested in those. But you got Mark Spector Moon Knight 55. This is Stephen Platt's first Moon Knight cover. And it is signed by Mr. Platt. The Mark Spector Moon Knight number 56, signed by Stephen Platt. Got Ninjak number 1, that's the foil cover. You got a couple of Ultraverse Primes. Alright, the next one is the Wizard half issue for the Max. It is the gold half issue. It comes in the Wizard World case. I know we've got a few Sam Keith fans because they were talking about it before. You got Ultraverse Prime versus Incredible Hulk, where Malibu and Marvel did a crossover. It's always fun. Got Prophet number 4 with Stephen Platt cover signed by Mr. Platt. You've also got a Prophet number 5 signed by him. Got 2 copies of Raw Zero. Got a Raw number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And then the trade paperback. The companion trade paperback. Well, Carlos, all this stuff will be for sale pretty quick. I'll get more details about that whenever we get finished. We've got a couple of Ren and Stimpy Show number 1s. They are both still sealed. Got the Shadowhawk Saga Ash Can. Got the Shadowhawk number 1 signed by Jim Valiant. Or actually, I think it's Valentino, I believe. Got some Sovereign 7 issues. That was the Chris Claremont run. Got Sensational Spider-Man 0. That's the lenticular cover. You've got Star Trek Next Generation and number 1 signed by a couple of people with the COA. One of the people signing it is Tony Isabella. Got a few more Star Trek issues. Got Star Wars Dark Empire number 1. Got a sealed copy, and it actually looks really nice. The Death of Superman and Superman 75, still sealed.
That is in good shape.
You've got Death of Superman trade paperback, and it is signed by Dan Jurgens, Brett Breeding, John Bogdanov, and Tom Grummett. 4 signatures on the trade paperback. Got 2 copies of X-Men Alpha, leading into Age of Apocalypse. 2 copies of X-Men Omega, ending Age of Apocalypse, and an X-Men Prime. Got several issues of X-Files. You got 2 different covers for 1, or actually you have 1, 2, and 3, which I believe that was the first miniseries. So you got X-Files 1, 2, and 3. Got a Wolverine number 2. You've got a Wildcats number 2. This is the foil cover, and it is signed by Jim Lee. You've got a Wildcats number 1, signed by Jim Lee. Got an or Weapon X #1, part of the Age of Apocalypse. You got an Ultraverse premiere. You got a Turok Dinosaur Hunter #1, but this is the gold retailer variant. The header is in gold, and also around the Valiant symbol is in gold. Got a Thanos Quest book #1. Got X-Files 4, 5, X-Files #1 Special Edition, X-Files #1 Hollow Eve, X-Files 8. Got the trade paperback for X-Files. Those are all there. You got X-Man #1. It's the first appearance of, I believe, Nate Gray. Exo Manowar 0. Exo Manowar #1. #4 and #15. I believe the Exo Manowar #15 is the variant because it has the pink header and it also does not have a price. I believe that is the variant. Alright, so that's what was in the box. Now, I'm sure y'all are sitting there saying, alright Andy, some of those are pretty cool or those are okay, but why are you making a video about all this whenever that's all you got? Well, that's not all that was in there. There was also, there's a Star Wars #1 from '77. There is a Wolverine #1 from '82, the Frank Miller series. You got a Marvel Premiere #1 featuring Warlock. Believe it's the first solo Warlock story. You got Batman Vengeance of Bane. This is the first print. It's also the first appearance of Bane. You got a Captain Marvel #1 from 1968. You got a Harbinger #1. Extremely difficult book to find. You got a Submariner #1 from '68. You got an Amazing Spider-Man 300. First full appearance of Venom, done by Todd McFarlane. Classic issue. We're estimating the grade on that's going to be about a 9.2. You've got a Crow #1. This is a first print, and it is signed by Mr. James Obar. Signature is above and below the Crow title. We're estimating the grade on that to be somewhere between a 7 and a 7.5. It is a first print, and it is signed. And last but not least, there is an Incredible Hulk 181. First full appearance of a guy named Wolverine. All right, so that was what was in the box. So it's going to take some of the ones that I have just shown you are going to be on the live show tomorrow night with Tiffany. We start at 7 p.m. Central Standard Time. We normally do about an hour's worth of $5 books. I think we may actually do a little bit more. We normally have slabs. This week we do not have slabs. We processed everything, took them to the show that we were at last weekend. Jason, it does have the value stamp. I was smart enough to check that before I bought it. Most of what you're seeing is going to be on Tiffany's show tomorrow night. I don't know about the signatures. We're going to have to look at those. I believe that all the books are looking at them. We may end up holding off for a week before we put the signatures up. The stack that I did at the end, the Spidey 300 and the Hulk 181 or whatnot, it'll be a few weeks. We always takes more time for us to look at those, do the research. Those are higher dollar books. So it'll be a bit before they end up on any kind of show or up for sale. The Hulk 181 may or may not be sold raw. I'm leaning towards probably just going ahead and sending it in. We'll get it back in a couple of weeks, and it'll be nice and sealed up after we all sit here and read it, because it's been a minute since I've read one. Some of the books, I may go through there and I may give Quincy a shot at putting some of these on his first Whatnot show next Monday. We will be posting a lot more information about that, but that is a Quincy project. The Facebook Live show on Tuesday or on Thursday is a Tiffany project. We are working this weekend to change up the look of what we're going to do on the Facebook Live show and the Instagram shows. I'm going to be taking back over some of those shows. Tiffany's still going to be a part of it too, so you're going to get to see both of us. We've got lots of things in store. We don't have another show till October. We're doing lots of renovations here in the office. We're cleaning up the warehouse, organizing in the warehouse. So lots of things are coming to market in the very near future in a lot of different ways. Keep an eye on the Facebook page. I know Quincy's going to be making a couple of different videos for his Whatnot inventory. We will continue to be doing stuff like this. Whenever we buy something, we are going to try to real time it and get you excited about what we're buying. If you have any questions, if there is anything in particular that you're interested in, the bigger books, you might as well not even ask for a couple of weeks. But if there's anything that you saw that was out of the short box proper, give us a shout. If I get a price on it and things like that, I might be able to get it to you before the show. Otherwise, check out the show, and Tiffany will have them tomorrow night. All right, guys, I hope you have a wonderful night. Be safe. Try to stay cool if you're in the DFW area, because it is hot. If you do have anything that you're wanting to sell, whether it is action figures, comic books, trade paperbacks, records, movie posters, or the like, please contact us. Let us have a shot. We paid very healthy for these books. He was very happy with it, and we can get a deal done for you pretty quick. So take care, guys. Great seeing y'all. Hope everybody is staying healthy. Be safe, and we will see you tomorrow night at 7 o'clock. We're out.